Gurudevo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Stavaram Jangamam Yaptam Yat Kinchit Sacharaya Charam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Navachi Vyapi Yat Sarvam Trilokyam Sacharaya Charam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Sarva Shruti Shiroratna Virajita Padam Bhujaha Vidantam Bhuja Suryoya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Chaitanya Shashvata Shanto Vyomatito Niranjana Bindunada Kalatita Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Jnana Shakti Samaruda Tattvamala Vibhushita Bhukti Mukti Pradata Cha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Aneka Jamma Samprapta Dharma Bandha Vidahine Atma Jnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shoshanam Bhava Sindhuscha Vyapanam Sarasambhada Guru Padodakam Samyak Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Na Guru Radhikam Tattvam Na Guru Radhikam Tapah Tattva Jnanat Param Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Marata Shri Jagannatha Madguru Shri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Guru Radhiranadishcha Guru Paramadevatam Guru Parataram Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyadanam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Dhyanamoolam Gurumurti Pujamoolam Gurupada Mantramoolam Gururvakya Mokshamoolam Gurukripa Sadguru Naam Se Banar Kaam Re 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 Sri Vishwananda 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 Naam Se Banar Kaam Re O Sadguru 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 Naam Se Banar Kaam Re क्या जाने वो सब जाने, दे दे अपना हाथ रे। तू क्या जाने वो सब जाने, दे दे अपना हाथ रे। आज ना ये बात पुरानी, जन्म जन्म का साथ रे, जन्म जन्म का साथ रे, जन्म जन्म का साथ रे। ओ सतगुरु नाम से बन हरे काम रे, ओ सतगुरु नाम से बन हर काम रे, सतगुरु नाम से बन हर काम रे, सतगुरु नाम से बन हर काम रे। श्री विश्वानंद नाम से बन हर काम रे, श्री विश्वानंद नाम से बन हर काम रे, श्री विश्वानंद नाम से बन हर काम रे, श्री विश्वानंद नाम से बन हर काम रे। ओ सतगुरु नाम से बन हर काम रे, ओ सतगुरु नाम से बन हर काम रे, ओ सतगुरु नाम से बन हर काम रे, ओ सतगुरु नाम से बन हर काम रे। Baby, ओम अवतार शिशाय नमः, ओम विषमाय नमः, ओम दिवाकर समुजताय नमः, ओम सूक्ष्मतलवे नमः, ओम चिन्मयाय नमः, ओम गुरुमूर्तये नमः, ओम सुंदराय नमः, ओम सुवचनाय नमः, ओम समुखाय नमः, ओम केशवाय नमः, ओम पद्मभुजाय नमः, ओम मंदगमनाय नमः, ओम शरम्बरधरिणे नमः, ओम रामाय नमः, ओम मंदिरस्तवकाय नमः, ओम सिद्धिभवच्छकाय नमः, ओम गायत्री अश्वने नमः, ओम अर्पण स्वीकारकाय नमः, ओम विष्णुपूजकाय नमः, ओम नमो नारायणेति मंत्रोपासकाय नमः, ओम स्वरमयाय नमः, ओम मधुरकंठाय नमः, ओम कृष्ण संकीर्तनरूपाय नमः, ओम स्तोत्रप्रियाय नमः, ओम गीताभाषिणे नमः, ओम अग्निने नमः, ओम चित्रकलाविशारदाय नमः, ओम व्रतधराय नमः, ओम साधवे नमः, ओम जगत्पन्थाय नमः, ओम सर्वलोकहिताय नमः, ओम भक्तप्रियाय नमः, ओम सूर्याय नमः, ओम अनुकूलाय नमः, ओम नियाय नमः, ओम सुदर्शनाय नमः, ओम भक्तवत्सलाय नमः, ओम प्रेममूर्तये नमः, ओम शुभेक्षणाय नमः, ओम प्रीतिवर्धनाय नमः, ओम स्वस्तिदायकाय नमः, ओम तारकाय नमः, ओम अनुग्रहाय नमः, ओम अग्रणाय नमः, ओम अर्चिताय नमः, ओम मात्राय नमः, ओम सिद्धिप्रदाय नमः, ओम जनार्दनाय नमः, ओम मनोहराय नमः, ओम महाक्षाय नमः, ओम सिद्धेश्वराय नमः, ओम भस्मभूषिताय नमः, ओम आत्मलिंगाय नमः, ओम लिंगशरणप्रसादाय नमः, ओम सिद्धिसदनाय नमः, ओम माधवाय नमः, ओम ओंकारोपासकाय नमः, ओम सूक्ष्माय नमः, ओम विशुकाय नमः, ओम सात्विकाय नमः, ओम समदर्शिने नमः, ओम दक्षाय नमः, ओम अचिन्त्याय नमः, ओम निरंकाराय नमः, ओम निर्मोहाय नमः, ओम अव्यग्राय नमः, ओम चित्तक्रोधाय नमः, ओम विनायकशिलाय नमः, ओम सोमशाय नमः, ओम कुशलाय नमः, ओम श्रमाय नमः, ओम सत्यधर्माय नमः, ओम निर्विकल्पाय नमः, विरक्ताय नमः ॐ अतीन्द्राय नमः ॐ सत्यसन्धाय नमः ॐ पवित्राय नमः ॐ मधुरस्वभावाय नमः ॐ सुरनन्दाय नमः ॐ नन्दनाय नमः ॐ प्रसन्नात्मने नमः ॐ भक्तनिलये नमः ॐ सक्षये नमः ॐ समात्मये नमः ॐ सदयोगिने नमः ॐ हरये नमः ॐ सुतपाय नमः ॐ सौम्याय नमः ॐ गुह्याय नमः ॐ विमुक्तात्माय नमः ॐ गभीराय नमः ॐ गुप्ताय नमः ॐ परमाय नमः ॐ श्रीनिवासाय नमः ॐ देवाय नमः ॐ दीप्तिधराय नमः ॐ धन्याय नमः ॐ गुरवे नमः ॐ दुरतिक्रमाय नमः ॐ गानाय नमः ॐ भगवते नमः ॐ हरिशरणमार्गदर्शकाय नमः ॐ कुटस्थजगत्तकाय नमः ॐ अभिप्रायाय नमः ॐ सर्वमतसमध्याय नमः ॐ क्षमैकतभाववर्धकाय नमः ॐ प्रेमावतार श्री विश्वानंद स्वामी विष्णु विचक्रमे पृथिव्य सप्तधामाभिः इदं विष्णु विचक्रमे त्रेधा इदते पदं समुदमस्य बाहुसुरे त्रीणि पदा विचक्रमे विष्णुर्गोपादाभ्यः अतो धर्माणि धार्येणे विष्णु कर्माणि पश्यत यतो वृतानि पस्पसे इन्द्रस्य युजा सखाः तद्विष्णोः परमं पदकं सदा पश्यन्ति सूर्यः दिवि वचक्षुराततं तद्विप्रसो विपान्यवो जरुभगुं ससमिन्दते विष्णोर्यत् परमं पदम् विश्वानन्दा प्रचोदयात् ॐ प्रेमवताय विद्महे सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वानन्दा प्रचोदयात् ॐ प्रेमवताय विद्महे सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वानन्दा प्रचोदयात् समागमा देविका गुरुमे देवा सर्वगणेश सर्वदा सर्वगणेश सर्वदा ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् मधुसूदनकेतवारे नारायणाच्युतत्रिविक्रमचक्रपाणे दैत्यादिसर्जधर श्रीधर वासुदेव गोपालकृष्ण हरे तव सुप्रभात श्रीरुक्मिणीश भवनाश हरे मुरारे राधेश गोपीश स्वरूप प्रभाति वन्द्या श्री
Sharanagata Parijata Bhaktati Bhajana Kripakara Dina Bandhu Nityantra Gayati Janapriya Divya Rupa Shri Nanda Gopatanaya Tava Suprabhata Padmaksha Padma Mukha Padma Dhara Prameya Padmanaya Sahita Padma Nivasa Shori Padmo Bhavati Surasevita Pada Padma Padmadinata Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Nitaka Devi Haranaya Mavedra Vandya Kandarpa Darpa Haratina Sudesha Rupa Chandana Naya Sida Chandana Libna Deha Govinda Yadava Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Nanda Nandana Yashoda Kumara Tiya Mayangadina Davishoda Supushpahara Nilambudana Shisharira Rama Vihara Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vasri Janma Bhakti Satya Siddhanti Madra Shri Mitra Vinda Divasa Prabhu Bhudi Katya Dishtanti Divya Bhava Meta Vaseva Nada Gopi Manapriya Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Ashita Ananta Mukunda Shori Radha Manohara Janardana Chakrapali Namani Divya Munayona Nishavadanti Brahmi Muhurta Samaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Suprabhatam Ye Patati Anishari Bhuri Krutama Papai Shri Krishna Gratutam Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anajirajir Govinda Sarvakarana Karana Govinda Mati Purusham Tamam Vajami Govinda Mati Purusham Tamam Vajami Chintamani Prakara Sharma Shivapanisha Laksha Hridesha Suravira Vipanayanta Lakshmi Sahasra Shaka Sambrama Saivamana Govinda Mati Purusham Tamam Vajami Govinda Mati Purusham Tamam Vajami Venu Pananda Maravinda Naraya Taksham Raya Batasama Sitam Pura Sundaranga Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobha Govinda Mati Purusham Tamam Vajami Govinda Mati Purusham Tamam Andrakama Satma Namaya Vanshi Ratna Vadam Pranaya Kali Vinasa Shamanti Bhangala Vitani Yata Prakasha Govinda Mati Purusham Tamam Vajami Govinda Mati Purusham Tamam Vajami Bangani Yasya Sakalendriya Vriti Mati Kashyanti Panti Kavayanti Chiranjaganti Ananda Chivaya Sadrushvala Vidasya Govinda Mati Purusham Tamam Vajami Govinda Mati Purusham Tamam Vajami Advaita Achyuta Anadi Ananta Rupa Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanancha Vedeshu Durlabha Durlabha Bhakto Govinda Mati Purusham Tamam Vajami Govinda Mati Purusham Tamam Vajami Vatsara Sampradamyo Vayuratapi Manaso Muni Pungamana Sobyasti Aprapada Sinya Vishita Dave Govinda Mati Purusham Tamam Vajami Govinda Mati Purusham Tamam Vajami Eko Presora Chayatum Jagannath Koti Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Sapratikaridaris Darbira Eva Nijarupa Kaya Kalami Goloka Eva Nivasatya Nikalpa Murto Govindamati Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamati Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Premajana Churita Bhakti Vilochanina Santa Sadeva Hidayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundarama Chintya Gunasvarupa Govindamati Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamati Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Brahmadi Murti Shakalani Yamena Tishta Nanavatara Makaroku Vamesha Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhagat Paramahamsa Govindamati Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamati Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasya Brahma Prabhavato Jagatanga Koti Kotishva Shesha Vasudhati Vimoti Bhima Brahma Nishkalamanandama Shesha Bhuta Govindamati Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamati Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasya Jagananda Shatani Sute Vaikunya Dakri Shayaveda Vidaya Mana Sarva Valambi Parasatra Vishwada Sarva Govindamati Tasma Bhavanti Vibhavanti Vishanti Yancha Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yachakshureshi Sarita Sakalagrahanam Raja Samasya Suramurti Rashesha Pesha Yasya Jnayam Brahmati Samrita Kala Chakro Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Dharmota Papa Nishaya Shudaya Stapamshi Brahmadi Pita Tadaka Tadayasya Jivaha Yadada Matra Vibhavara Prakata Bhava Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasmin Prakopa Madhavendra Mahosakarma Matama Rupa Parabhaja Mamanta Nunti Karmani Nitarati Kinchita Bhakti Bhaja Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Tam Krodha Kama Sahajaka Nayati Viti Vatsana Mora Guru Gora Vaseda Bhavaye Sanchita Kasi Sadashinta Nora Purete Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anajirajar Govinda Sarvakarana Karana Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Om Agnanam Timirandasya Gyanam Jana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Jagadev, good morning. This morning's Srimad Bhagavatam satsang is from Canto 1, Chapter 2, Verse 10. Kamasya nedriya pritir labo jiveta yavata jivasya tattva jnanasa narto yascha karma bihi. Life's desires should never be directed towards sense gratification. One should desire only a healthy life or self-preservation, since a human being is meant for inquiry about the absolute truth. Nothing else should be the goal of one's works. So this is the very beginning of the Bhagavatam, and it is when the gathering of sages has happened, and Sukadev Goswami has come to deliver the Bhagavatam. And they're just in the very beginning talking about the purpose of the Bhagavatam and how the Bhagavatam is to serve others in helping them know the right action to attain the life's purpose, which is the inquiry about the absolute truth. And there should be no other goal in our efforts. We all know this, and we all know what we're supposed to do, but do we do it? This is the question. So I wanted to speak today about the importance of aim. Swami some 2 days ago, I think. And in it, he spoke about someone who had been challenged on their path and was doing an action that was really going against what they should be doing. And they were so disturbed by what they were doing, they went to Guruji and said, Guruji, please help me. I don't want this to be a distraction in my life. Tell me what I need to do to make sure that this doesn't happen. And Guruji said, it's very simple. Just be clear on your aim. And it sounds so easy, but it's not always easy to do. There's a beautiful story from the Mahabharata where Drona Acharya, who is the teacher of the Kauravas and the Pandavas, and is teaching warfare. And he's teaching archery to the 5 Pandavas and Dronacharya and his brothers. And one night, Dronacharya hears the twang of a bow. And he's trying to figure out, why is this happening at night? So he goes and he finds Arjuna is shooting arrows at night. And quite sternly, he goes to Arjuna and says, Arjuna, what are you doing? And he said, I'm doing archery. I'm practicing my archery. And Drona Acharya said, but why? It's dark. And he said, well, I was eating my dinner and the wind blew out the lamp, but somehow I was still able to get the food from my plate to my mouth. So why can't I shoot arrows in the dark? And Drona Acharya was so pleased with him. The next day, he sets up this situation and he puts a wooden bird in a tree for the target, for everyone to and he has to come up first. And he says, okay, pull your bow, aim your arrow. What are you aiming at? And he said, I'm aiming at the bird. And he goes, what do you see? And he said, well, I see the tree, I see the branches, I see the leaves, I see the bird. And Dronacharya said, thank you. Put your bow down and go sit down. So he goes and sits down. And then he asks Duryodhana to come up. He says, what do you see? And he said, well, I see the tree, and I see the branches, and I see the leaves, and I see the clouds. And he says, thank you, put your bow down, go sit down. So this goes on and on and on. And he eventually gets to Arjuna. And he says, Arjuna, what do you see? And Arjuna says, I see the eye of the bird. And he says, what else do you see? He says, I only see the eye of the bird. And he said, okay, shoot your arrow. And of course, his arrow hits the eye of this wooden bird. So this speaks to the importance of being super clear on what it is that we're aiming for. And if we don't put Guruji and God first in our lives, it will be like the distraction of the leaves and the tree and the clouds and the river beyond and the other people. Those are the things that capture our attention and keep us from meeting our objective and our goal. So last night I was having dinner with some of the residents, and I was sharing a story about how I need to learn German. And I'm not happy about the fact that I need to learn German. And it's not that I need it for my seva, but I need it in order for legal reasons. And I was talking and people were asking me questions, and I noticed that I was really kind of grumpy about it all. And I was saying, well, at least I don't have to do it 5 days a week. I only have to do it 3 days a week. And somebody said, well, there's something positive. And it really struck me how negative I was being about this idea of having to learn German. And I thought back about something that Guruji tweeted a few days ago about, it was on the 2nd of August, and he talked about how we are constantly rebuking one another and calling out mistakes. And I thought, oh yeah, this person does that. And then I had to stop because I realized, yes, maybe this person does do that, but whenever you have one finger pointing at someone else, there's 3 pointing back at you. And so by Guruji's grace, I was able to see this in that moment. And I was able to think, how am I rebuking myself? How am I rebuking others? And I had to actually look up the word rebuke. It's not that I didn't know it, but I wanted to understand it in this context. And to rebuke is to express sharp disapproval or criticism because of someone's behavior or actions. And so I was thinking about how we rebuke ourselves and how we rebuke others constantly. And this negativity is so subtle that unless we find and work, it will take over. So just like in the conversation last night, this negativity was just everywhere. And I've noticed when Guruji sets up scenarios in my life where I start to see this kind of negativity, I want to run away. I don't want to deal with it. And I want to just go be happy somewhere else. But that's not going to solve my problem. It's like pulling the bowstring and you have a target, but the bow is so strong that you're kind of like this. So what are you going to hit when you're shaking? You can't hit your target when you're shaking, when you're not clear, when it's not very, very, very clear. And Guruji's tweets and his satsangs are always full of so much richness, but so are every other satsang that's done here in the temple. We have the most amazing gems being delivered to us every day. In the morning, in the Bhagavatam, in the evening, in the Divya Prabandham, Guruji's tweets. I like his tweets very much because it's like it captures the words in writing, because you hear it and it can go in one ear and out the other. But when you see it in writing, something can capture your attention. So going back to that tweet from the 2nd of August, when Guruji was talking about how frequently we rebuke others and we call out their mistakes, and he says we're missing the point of what the Satguru wants for us, which is love. We're not loving. And if we're not loving, how can we attain the Lord's lotus feet? So if we're negative about anything in our lives, if we're focused only on what's wrong, then we can't possibly hit the target. So when I was complaining and whining about taking German, I had to shift my perspective, and I thought, I get to take German so that I can serve Guruji. And when I changed this attitude from I have to do this to I get to do this to serve him, and Guruji doesn't give us easy tasks. He always gives us challenges in our life so that we can become stronger. And if we accept a challenge and we wholeheartedly put ourselves into it and do it with love, then we learn that we can go beyond our limits. And it was so easy for me to say, I'm old, I can't do this, I'm not good with languages, I don't want to do this, I have too many other things to do, whine. But when I say, okay, Guruji is asking me to do this, not because I need it in my seva, but because it's good for me. So how can I embrace this? How can I see this as something positive and move forward? How can I see all of these ways that I am judging others and judging myself in a negative way as something positive? And so I see it as a way for me to refocus my aim, to redirect my attention to that which will help me hit the target, which is to attain the lotus feet of the Lord. Guruji said in his satsang in Portugal to listen to the satsangs. And we know this, we need to listen to the satsangs. But he said it's not just listening, it's taking what you hear and putting it into action. It's really allowing what he's saying to become part of you, to be an integrated aspect of how you live your day in every moment. And so if we listen with different ears, not to just say, okay, yeah, I'm listening to the satsang, check, done, moving on, but to say, what is it that is here for me today? What is it that I need to take away from this conversation or this person's satsang or this tweet or what I observe in others in my life? What is there for me to learn from this? And how can I use this to my advantage to improve my aim, to hit the target? Guruji says that when we are focusing on our life and our spiritual practice and our spirituality, then nothing outside can matter. We must be fully focused. We must put God first. We must see him in everything, even the challenges, even the things we don't like, even the ways that people are apparently attacking us with their rebuking of us. I think it was also Swami Anuruddha who said, if you want to improve in your life, keep someone who's critical around you. And I had to laugh because nobody likes to be around critical people, but they're really good because they do point things out. And it's all about how do we take it? How can we move forward with it? So if we put Guru and God first, if we say, there's something in this for me, there's something for me to learn, then when we keep putting him first, everything becomes easy. When we put ourselves first and we're saying, oh, I don't want to, I don't like this isn't fun, this isn't good for me, I don't want to do this, then it's going to be very difficult. And then when we say, I want God, we're a hypocrite. So we must be truthful with ourselves. And so we must have a difficult conversation with ourselves to say, where do I really stand? What are my actions showing me that my intention and my aim is? If I am not super clear on my actions and everything I do is not specifically aimed at attaining the lotus feet of the Lord, then I need to have a critical conversation with myself to say, okay, let's tell the truth here because nobody else is going to tell us. And not all of us are fortunate enough to have Guruji tell us to our face. He may tell us in a satsang, but he's talking to us all the time in the silence. He's talking to us in the way that we relate with other people. He's talking to us constantly. So if we see him in each person in our lives, in each thing that we are up against, we will begin to see that he is helping us. He's laying out the breadcrumbs for us to change and transform our lives so that we can move forward and we can attain our goal. And one last thing I wanted to bring up was the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 41. O Arjuna, on this path the resolute mind is one-pointed, but the irresolute mind has many branches and is endless. So if we are not super clear and only see the eye of the bird, we'll miss it. And if we allow everything else, the trees, the leaves, the clouds, the other people to be a distraction, we will not attain our goal and we'll get to come back again and do it again and again and again and again until we get it right. So we have an amazing opportunity. It's not often that you get to be in a body at the same time with your Satguru and have him in your life on a daily basis. So take advantage of this incredible, precious opportunity. See that he is at work in every moment of your life. Listen to the silence. Listen between the lines and see every person as him giving you this opportunity to be super clear on what it is that you want. So going back to the verse, life's desires should never be directed towards sense gratification. And we know that. We know we shouldn't be in our senses, but we also shouldn't be in our judgments. One should desire only a healthy life or self-preservation, since a human being is meant for inquiry about the absolute truth. Nothing else should be the goal of one's work. So be clear about your goal, stay focused, and just be aware of all the ways that you distract yourself and keep bringing yourself back to the eye of the bird. Jai Gurudev.
Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Brinda
शालिग्रामाधिष्ठिताय मङ्गलमङ्गलमे
त्रिदण्डधारिणि गोरखजाय मङ्गलमङ्गलमे
त्रिदण्डधारिणे गोरखजाय मङ्गलमङ्गलमे
रामानुज रामानुज मङ्गलमङ्गलमे यतिराज रामानुज मङ्गलमङ्गलमे
रामानुज रामानुज मङ्गलमङ्गलमे यतिराज रामानुज मङ्गलमङ्गलमे
रागेश कैङ्कर्यरताय मङ्गलमङ्गलमे
राजेश कैङ्कर्यरताय मङ्गलमङ्गलमे
मननताय धरणिधराय मङ्गलमङ्गलमे
मननदाय हरिहराय मङ्गलमङ्गलमे
रामानुज रामानुज मङ्गलमङ्गलमे यतिराज रामानुज मङ्गलमङ्गलमे रामानुज
रामानुज मङ्गलमङ्गलमे
यतिराज रामानुज मङ्गलमङ्गलमे मङ्गलमङ्गलमे ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्तजनों के संगत दासजनों के संगत शरण विदुर करे ॐ जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख बिनसे मन का स्वामी दुख बिनसे मन का सुख संपत्ति करावे सुख संपत्ति करावे माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्यां द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव गोविन्द असतो मा सद्गमयं तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्माम् अमृतं गमय
ॐ शान्ति 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 लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु
ॐ शान्ति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम प्रेम से बोलो लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की श्री भूतभृतेश्वरनाथ नरसिंह भगवान की श्री राधा कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की माता कृपा बज की श्री रमन जयचार्य की प्रेम से बोलो सद्गुरुदेव श्री स्वामी विश्वानंदा महाप्रभु की जय गोविंदाय गोपी जनवल्लभाय पराय परम पुरुषाय पर कर्म मंत्र यंत्र तंत्र औषध स्त्र शस्त्राणि समरा समरा मृत्युर्मुचा मुचा ओम नमो भगवते सुदर्शनाय दीप्ति ज्वाला परिदय सर्वदीक्षफन उद्भट परस्मै परम ब्रह्मणे परम ज्योतिषे स्वाहा ओम शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम